dun, 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 dun. Hey, coming from you from the North Jersey Pole, I'm Anthony Snyder. Hello, fellow collectors. Thanks for tuning in. Today we have an all Star Wars special for you, like the Christmas special from back in the day that George Lucas hates and won't let us watch anymore. But I watched the Lego special the other day with my kids and they like that. But, you know, I'm kind of spurred on here by the loss of two legendary Star Wars figures, David Prowse and Boba Fett. You know, it's sad, you know, because my earliest memories were of those kind of guys being at shows, even smaller shows. You know, Peter Mayhew playing with my kid, had a little lightsaber battle with Jamie when Jamie came up to his knee. He was cute with them. So we're sad to see them go. But what I have here is, I have this Darth Vader. Now this was done as the limited solid plate litho of Darth Vader, was adapted from the pages of the original Star Wars comic strip by Al Williamson. So this was the Al Williamson Darth Vader. It is numbered and it's signed. And the companion piece to it is Luke in the trench run. Okay, now somehow these got numbered, but they didn't get signed. But people love this one. People love this one. Again, it's got a COA, and this was done Star Wars and Lucasfilm. This is licensed material. They did this in '97 with the reboots, and they sold what they could down in South Jersey on QVC, and what they didn't sell went into storage and got forgotten about. So there was a coming out party about a year ago. A friend of mine got the lead and I got the deal. Again, here's the COA, Ralph McQuarrie, Ken Golden. Ken Golden has been in the news in the collectibles field lately for getting super high numbers on sports collectibles and the sports cards. I think he sold I think he set the record for the all-time record for a modern sports card. This is the Ralph McQuarrie trench run again. Now this is a print and it's hand signed by Ralph, and it's very you know, wall capable. This was put together by them in '97. Limited to $250, 250 pieces. So $250 is a good price for that. The Darth Vader, I want at least 500 for. The Luke Skywalker, I can do around 300. Now, sticking with our Star Wars autograph theme, this was another part of that deal. This was a mini poster, again, from those reboots. This poster was a Pepsi or Coke? Yeah, Coke. Yeah, it was a Coke poster, and you collect them all when Empire Strikes Back. But it was done in '97. Again, '97. And then Peter Mayhew and Carrie Fisher signed where their characters were. You know, Landau's still around. You know, he's hard to get, but you know, David Prowse is gone now. I mean, if you wanted to like get all, well, actually Anthony Daniels is still there if you wanted to add to it. So I'm asking 500 on this one, which that's a good deal. The biggest piece out of this deal in size and signatures was this poster. There was a few of these in it. These had COAs too. Okay, so yeah, this was the March '97. was the re-releases, you know, the special editions. That's what they called it. Now, this has Peter Mayhew up top, Carrie Fisher. She just signed in this corner. These were all sit-down signatures by the Golden, and this is 18 of 250. Again, not too many. Now, the real kicker is that David Prowse and Jeremy Bullock, you know, you have two guys that passed away within the past few weeks, and this is Mark Hamill, Anthony Daniels, and Kenny Baker. And that's it. So, wow, most of them are gone. This, I'm gonna put this one up on eBay, I think, or I'll buy it now at like $1,800. If somebody's seen this, wants this one for $1,800, there is a little moisture weirdness right here, but that can get cleaned up. You can airbrush that or take a Sharpie to it. And wait a minute, what's that? Is that a real signature? The Drew Struzan signature? I gotta look that up, because, or is that just in the poster? No, that's in the print. Yeah, but that's Drew, you know, Drew Struzan art, of course, and so it's a full size. You see, it's a full size one sheet poster. It's been in this frame for, you know, since they made them, and this one I'm asking $1,800 on. Okay, so you got all those signatures, and if you add it up, that's a good deal. This is the first 10 years of Star Wars that Drew Struzan did a limited edition print, a poster for that. People love this one. This was signed and numbered as well. I only have one of these. So, and then my friend Matt Bush did a zombie version of it, because he always told me his hero was Drew Struzan. There was a great, like, biography type interview he did on Disney Plus. You look that up, and the interviewer just walked into his studio, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, let me show you something." And then he had a stack of paintings on the side, and it's like, "Oh, look at this one," you know. And it's like, and it was like the master key art to Roger Rabbit, I think, or, you know, one of the other fantastic movie ones he did. He was always a guy that, you know, carried credibility in the business, that, okay, I'll do your poster, but I keep the art. And you had to buy the art in that respect. So, Star Wars, what I have, Star Wars prints. You know, I'm showing different price points for people. This is a signed print from the style A, I believe, the original Star Wars. And he did these movie zombie prints, zombified prints. Here's Return from the Grave. And I think that's about it, actually. But check out the Matt Bush zombified prints. These are other ones he did. King Kong, which, you know, I was actually talking to the owner of this art last night, and he told me what he paid for it and how much he thinks it's worth now. Fight Club. I am friends with the guy who wrote the soap made out of human fat scene. Andrew Kevin Walker. He's a comic art collector. And Aspire Love Me, Indiana Bones, The Lethal Mermaid, Bleak is the Future. So there's a lot of fun stuff that, you know, we still have available. These are $20 prints signed by Matt, and you can pick them up by the bushel, like pancakes, because you can, you know, pancakes are sold 4 or 5 at a time. I finally figured out what that expression means. They're selling like pancakes, like 4 or 5 at a time. All right. Now, speaking of Matt is, he's an accomplished artist. And one of the things he did, he told me this story where he was in the same room with George Lucas getting approval for how to draw Star Wars. So this was one of the pieces he did about how to draw Star Wars. It had the searcher droid thing that from the snow scene, right? That's what that one looks like, right? When they sent out the searchers to find the rebel base. There's a really cool one of the Emperor and Luke being tempted by the dark side, and his eyes are yellow. Ooh. Here's an Imperial Guard. For some reason, people like that character. Not sure why. And of course, we have the lovely, it's like, I used to have a big crush on Natalie. And then I have a story. It's like when Darren Aronofsky was shooting, I had just done a couple days with him on The Wrestler. As an actor, I was around. He let me hang out on the set, really. And then he called me one day and said, "Hey, do you want to do a scene I'm doing this movie called Black Swan?" And I'm like, I need somebody to be a pervy guy on the subway. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll be, I'll do anything to get on the set with Natalie Portman. And I guess that kind of scared him off because he never called me back again. Yeah. So I remember seeing her when she did The Diary of Anne Frank. I was sitting in the 3rd row and she was still a teenager. And then she met her husband, that dancer on Black Swan, and had 2 kids with him. So good for her. And now we're going to go off into general sort of Star Wars material that we have available. One of the things is that in comics, this issue of Star Wars number 81 has kind of gotten hot because of the Boba Fett phenomenon thing with Mandalorian. Now, right? This is the one where Boba Fett's armor comes out of the moth pit, or what, shop pit? The what? Sarlac pit? Sarlac. Okay, so in the general theme of things, this is the first time that, yeah, there it is. There's the page. Yep. So that's where Boba Fett gets burped up. Look, it actually says burp from the Sarlac pit. Yeah, I don't know. So Boba Fett gets burped up, and then he has this whole thing about getting his armor. And these are great pages, actually. This is a great issue. I had a lot of Star Wars pages back in the day, and a lot of them were by Cynthia Martin, who did a lot of the later stuff. And I would buy those for, $50 and try to get $100, and they'd be slow. And I know where that cover is. It actually lives in New Jersey. And I will see if I can buy it. That's a long time in coming, because the guy's, I don't think he's ever gonna sell it. It's one of those things he wants to take to his grave, I think. And just in general, like autographs. This is a Ray Park autograph piece from a nice matted thing. Riley Brown did a great Poe and cover for what do you call this? Rogue One style? What do you call this? Which style is this? What movie is that? Poe. Yeah, it's Rogue One, right? And well, this is very interesting. This is a real, the flyer of George Lucas's first screening of Star Wars that he did for a children's hospital. Now, these kids were sick and, they couldn't get out. So he brought Star Wars to them because and listening to Filoni on Disney Plus and talk about Star Wars, George was all about being hopeful. That's why the first one is called A New Hope. Being hopeful, and Star Wars gave hope, to kids, and maybe he wanted to do that first screening at a children's hospital where, it would give them hope and, give them some strength to fight their battles with their disease. So this is a flyer, an original flyer from 1977, where advertising the screening. So that is hard to find, and it's minty. It was never, I don't think it got circulated. So that's that. Now, that's a kind of a rare piece. I mean, I actually had at one time, I went to a guy's house in Pennsylvania, and he had still in the roll one of those first teaser posters that Mark Hamill was walking around the San Diego Comic-Con in 70, when did it come out? It came out late, right? Late in the year, but it came out late in the year. So in the summer, he's like, oh, I'm Mark Hamill. I just did a sci-fi show called Star Wars. This is the teaser poster. And he had one that it was never out of the roll. And that's something I wish I would have kept. Wow. I think I bought and sold it for around $1,000. I have no idea what that one's cost. But that was the very first poster of Star Wars ever. And, Mark Hamill was walking around giving them out at San Diego Comic-Con, and I had one. And I should have never sold it. That's Star Wars history. So, getting into some original art. This is some original art pages I have. This is Droids by Ernie Colon, where you have, because they put out a kind of a kids-based comic book for the kids, with the droids. Because, in 1977, when that first came out, the droids were the comic relief and the hook for the children. Just like when Jar Jar came out, Jar Jar was supposed to be comic relief and a hook for the kids. My kid at the time loved Jar Jar. He actually, one time, he liked Jar Jar so much that I was at, I don't know how, they had a McDonald's promotion, and there was a big Jar Jar, a stand-up Jar Jar with all the toys, the giveaway toys from McDonald's, and I got one of them for him. And it's still in his closet, but it's buried. It cannot be seen. All right, there's some sand people and the droids. More sand people and droids. And what are these things called again? That were just got used? Huh? Bantha. The Banthas. And yeah, they just got used in Mandalorian. Oh, wow, look at this. Holy Moses. Wait a minute. Is this New Hope style? Because look, R2-D2 is projecting Princess Leia. That's like kind of a New Hope style. Anyway, it's got Luke and Leia on it. So I probably priced that a lot. Yeah, I priced that a lot. Well, I'm gonna look at these prices and maybe revamp them for collectors everywhere for the holidays. So this is miscellaneous Star Wars art. This is Rogue One art. This is Princess Leia, the way everybody wants to see her. This is crazy. I don't know how I still have these, because Cynthia Martin, like years ago, called me up and said, do you want any commissions? I don't know, just out of the blue. And I said, yeah, sure. And I bought these from her, I don't know, over 10 years ago. So I have a few of these. These are really nice. I mean, this is better art than she was doing on the comic book. The comic book, looked a little more naive than, she got better as an artist. That's for sure. So that's the thing that Luke cut his arm off. Here's some different styles. Oh, there's another one. Wow. How do I still have? There's another one. How do I still have these? Oh my God, I have them all. $350. What a bargain. I don't think I want to reduce those. I just think they're underpriced. All right, so there's one book. We got a couple books. So, oh, that's a print by Tex. And then these are, yeah, different versions. Oh my God, look at all those guys. Oh, Marat. Was this one of those covers he does? Marat Michaels. Oh, there's Rosario Dawson's cover, character. What? Asuka? Clone Wars, the comic book? What do you mean, which one? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, here, you go look, if that's what you want in life. Merry Christmas. All right, here's some more. Oh, here's here's something by a guy that worked on the original Star Wars posters, the Hildebrands. And this is a version I don't really recognize. I think this was game related. So there's a bunch of Star Wars type art. This is really cool, where I found this at a show. This is a released through UK Film Division, 20th Century Fox, where they were playing a triple feature of Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. So it's got all the characters on it. Bobby doesn't want me to sell it, but he doesn't want to pay me for it, so $500. First one who claims it at $500 gets to keep it. So that's kind of my tribute to Star Wars, and how it helps keeps us in business. We do a lot of toys, and there's a ton of toys at the store that we're selling. And if you come by the store, you're local, you get 20% off all the toys. And we're running specials on the website and the art site. The holiday special's still going. And don't forget, art collectors in the area, or if you're not in the area, January 10th will be the initial Anthony's Comic Book Art, the show. January 10th, we'll be having a show in Wayne, New Jersey. And I'm going to invite all the other art dealers, and we hope to get a good response for them. Going to be running ads on CAF soon. Just talked to Bill about it. We're going to do coverage from the show, just like we did from the last show, but it's going to be all art. We're going to do a Comic Art Fans art show in New Jersey in the style of, I want to do more business. Okay? It's just all about trying to do more business. We don't have the big shows. I don't know when the big shows are coming back. So we need to do more small shows. If people want to do this show every month, I will do this show every month. Can't do anything in Manhattan. It's out. So half an hour from the bridge, we can still do it. I say, let's do it. Okay? I've been begging some promoters to try to get off their, to do this, and I'm sick of waiting because I want to do more business. I miss the shows. I miss the action. I miss, seeing people and being able to, take in material, sell material, and make stuff happen, because that's what I'm best at. No one lost more show days than me over the course of this year, and I'm just trying to build it back up, okay? So, January 10th, folks, mark your calendar, you art collectors out there. I will be making spaces for premium members on Comic Art Fans. If you want to buy a table, you can buy a table. You can share a table. Maybe two guys want to have a portfolio of stuff. You have to be a premium member on Comic Art Fans to have a table. And I will make those available as I know how many I have. So I'm going to give the professional dealers a shot first. And once I take care of the layout with the professional dealers, like, the usual suspects, I will make some tables available to, collectors that want to sell some stuff, do some business, like, those other guys like Anchor and Nick, and, he's set up at a show once or twice. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to make something happen where it isn't happening, and I'm trying to fill the void. Okay, guys? I'm doing it for myself but I'm doing it for you as well. So I hope you appreciate it. Okay? So I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art. Keep calm, keep collecting, and happy holidays, everyone.